if you want your product to be sponsored on the R&P podcast, you can
or video,
or video, you can throw your advertisement or video here.
Right
before we go into whatever we're about to go into. As you can tell, we have one extra person, but that won't affect your ad at all. I swear.
You still will have your ad. Yeah. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Round, but money don't grow no trees. Yeah, they wait on me now. Hey, if I had $1 for all of my sounds, then I need a money machine. Yeah.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of R&P Podcast, giving you opinions on topics you've never asked for. I'm your host, PLAX. I'm here with my co-host, Rick. Rick, how you doing today, man?
I feel like something's a little different.
It is. It's a little squish.
Yeah, for our audio listeners, you might not be able to know what we're talking about, but we have someone else on the screen here. The video pod. You can see it. So go
head on over to YouTube if you want to see who it is. But we're gonna say his name now. Another very good friend of ours and the creator of the R&P Podcast logo.
Yep.
Niles Moore. Let's get a round of applause in there. How you doing?
That logo.
He did.
Someone said it wasn't good, but we don't.
Well, one person said it was. Well, no, one person said the at night
Alternate.
Logo wasn't good, which is the same shit, just different colors.
That was crazy.
So, but they got a little beef between each other.
Oh, really?
do we?
To me, they do.
About?
I do. I can say things, but like
No.
No,
If you want to say things, well,
let's chill. This could be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
Great episode.
So, Niles, how you doing, my boy? How you doing today?
I'm doing.
Wait,
all right.
before we get into that,
Okay.
how about? I guess we know who you are, but how about introducing yourself to our wide audience
Oh,
of hundreds of people?
Our 200 people,
That's
221
a lot.
people.
So I go by Nylu. I am probably the best person in the city as of right now. That is absolutely no
I thought you
cap.
were gonna say like animators, like said person.
Like best at what?
I'm just a good person.
You just the best person,
Yeah, ever
What happens
exists.
when
Yeah.
you give niggas time?
or give niggas a live mic. 'Cause he has. Well, you do go crazy on TikTok though. Your TikToks do very well. So I guess he has had a live
He
mic.
has a
technically.
feminine aesthetic. As a black man, they don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of my femininity.
I never said you was. I just pointed out why you get a lot of views.
You see his pants. I like your pants. I really like them.
That's from Earthbound.
I don't know what that is. I don't.
You just saying stuff.
I don't know what.
I got this from this place. I know
It's
you
in the
never heard
galley. It's
of.
in the galley.
Is it?
Yes.
I've been to the galley. I've never seen it.
It's at the end next to the Five Woods. Vegan
Wait,
G.
move over a little bit. Move over just a tad. He's getting cut out a little bit. Vegan jeans is crazy. Producer Ray is here. We didn't take the mic away from him. It's just limitations
We have 3
today.
mics already.
Yeah, we had 3 mics. I do have more mics, but they were a little loud in comparison to ours, so we were just like
Moving this way.
moving. Damn. Yeah, they was like, damn. Shit. So yeah, I have more mics, but they were just a little loud in comparison to the handheld ones that we have. So producer Ray is over there. He looks a little upset, but we'll have him back for the next episode.
Now he thinking you're part of the cast.
Oh, you're crazy. You see how Rick do him? You see how
He
Rick
is a part
do
of the
him?
cast.
He is.
And
A
you
huge
pick up
part
a
of the
mic, you're
cast.
part of the cast. But right now we got 3, so you got to sit on the sideline.
So Nylu,
So
tell
you
us.
did.
Besides being the greatest person in the city to ever live, what else do you do?
Don't feed it to this delusion.
If that's what
I
you want to
appreciate
be,
that.
man.
Repeat that question again.
Besides being
Compliment went to my head.
Why do we?
it with the compliment.
Why do we have
All right,
this-
so I'll ask
what
it
does
without
this
the
nigga do?
compliment.
What does he do?
He does a lot. He does a
Yeah,
lot.
but
I'm
he
just
has
waiting
to-
for him to
he has
explain
to-
it to me.
Okay. So I teach. I'm a full-fledged
There we go.
teacher at this point. I'm teaching theoretically for the past like 4 or so years. Uncertified for the most part, but a damn well good teacher at
Is that
that.
legal?
It is. You'd be surprised how.
That's great.
Hear me out. There's teachers who have not went to school, have no certifications, but they've been working at that school for years. That they trust them enough to teach their kids.
That's why I don't want to put my kid in public school.
Because I was thinking, well, I would in defense of what he just said. Niles, from what I could tell, is a very good teacher.
Well, he has
From
the
what I can
credentials to back it up now.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, like,
But when he first started, he didn't. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. If I didn't know that, Like if I was,
if somebody just say he don't got no credentials, I would be like, well, why is he teaching my job? I would say that is true.
It also depends on experience. I know I was in class and the story was like, I've been subbing for 9 years. I'm like, you've been doing what for 9 years?
well, subbing is different. I feel like you
Well,
can
yeah, but
sub
like-
and not have a degree because you don't need anything. Because you're never
Because the
fully
teacher should be
teaching
prep.
anything.
Should
Yeah,
prep.
you should just be looking at a lesson plan and hand that. You're basically a glorified daycare assistant, which is not nice. That's not true at all. I'm just disrespecting teachers off the string. But as a substitute, you do have on paper less of a teaching role than the actual teacher of the class because they're giving you the lesson plan, the work expected, and odds are you're only there for maybe at most a week,
Okay.
maybe in the long term a month, but usually by then they rotate
I had a
you
sub
out.
for a year.
That's what I'm saying.
One
That's-
singular
couple
sub
times.
for a year.
Yeah, and
They
then
never got switched out, and then maybe they came back around because when we had
half a year.
that,
and they
that
switched it
seems
up.
more
half a year.
accurate because the only
Because we
time
might have had 2 throughout that year.
the only time we had a sub for that length of time he became the full-fledged teacher.
Oh yeah, they never gave us
That was
no.
shout out to Goat Westfall.
Oh yeah,
I feel like he
this
wouldn't have
was
a problem
when we
with-
was younger.
Yeah.
I was in like 4th grade.
I don't think he would have a problem me saying his name because he was a great teacher. He had all the credentials.
like this nigga. It's not even my real name.
That's
you
his
blowing
last
my
name.
spot, nigga. I was just like,
No, you're fine. Yeah.
so
I can look him up. He's in the directory.
Yeah, you wildin', Rick. You a op right now. Like you blowing my spot.
I think I seen him still at Tech. Shout out.
So now, what else? What else do you do as far as like your teaching?
I'm an artist, like animation, illustrations, digital art for the most part.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
Is that a well-paying profession?
It is. Again, before my credentials, I'm teaching, doing workshops that pays $35 an hour.
Whoa.
So
Signs up for classes.
finished the logo. That was $300 down for the.
For
300.
our logo?
No,
I don't
no,
know.
300
for the one that just recently made.
Oh, okay, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
You gotta talk into the mic.
We'll talk after. I'm about to start drawing.
I'm about to say,
Fuck off.
Steve always
This is
looking
the
for a
last
hustle.
episode of the R&P podcast.
Steve always looking for a hustle. He was like, "Oh, people be edited. Let me pick up a camera." And
Well,
everything."
I
He
did
was
that
like-
'cause I
he was
did
like, now
YouTube.
people drawing. Let me pick
Well,
up a
the
pen and
editing
paper.
was because I wanted to do YouTube and I couldn't afford to pay a nigga to edit for me, so it was either that or not do YouTube.
Or you could just
So-
do it and just have it be terribly edited.
Yeah, but then they don't gonna watch your video. You see what I'm saying? If it's just complete,
Do
just
they
straight
watch,
raw
do they
video.
watch them now.
No, they don't.
That's what I'm saying. They don't care. They don't care what it looked like. I've seen niggas who got popping off of cell phone videos. No editing involved.
But that's in the moment though.
Nah,
A lot of those-
How long was Drewski doing it for? That nigga was literally.
Drewski did, but Jack Harlow, his man's.
But that was before Jack.
No, that's his man's though. That's been his man's
But
when
I'm
they was
saying
broke.
Drewski got popped. He popped off by literally him just putting a camera on the stand and just talking into it. It just so happened to be funny.
Well, that comes down to me just not being entertaining because don't nobody watch my video
But I think you'd have to step into that persona that you probably
of Drewski.
not Drewski, obviously, because we don't want to bite.
I don't
But
know if
I'm
it get me
saying,
there. I don't give a fuck at this point. At this point, Rick, I've been doing this for a while. I don't give a fuck. As long
Honestly,
as
that's
it
a
get
come
me
up. Just copy them.
yeah, as long as it get me there, man. Who the little Dirk? Yeah, Stewski. You know the little Dirk nigga that look like Lil Dirk? He make a lot of money because he looks like Lil Dirk. Yeah, he get paid for features and all that shit because he looks like Lil Durk. And Lil Durk took pictures with him and shit.
That's so crazy.
Fake Drake,
I know
fake Drake don't make as much money as Lil
but he do
Durk.
get around. When
Yeah, he
shouldn't.
get her. So I mean,
There was a whole dude who snuck into the what was it? What's Golden State's arena?
the Oracle or the old one is the Oracle.
Yeah, but I think it was the Oracle at the time.
Fake Clay Thompson.
Yeah,
yeah.
Fake Clay Thompson. He got in there, was able to shoot around,
And he
came
got
into the
kicked out.
tunnel, and they got kicked out.
Which makes sense. So now as we jump around a lot here on the R&P podcast, I'm sure you know
But
that.
you actually make a
'cause you're
lot more
listening.
money than I thought. You know, I thought
Yeah.
he was picking like the selfless professions, like the starving artist or the teacher. But
That's for them, Rick. That's for them. So now you teach and you do animation and things like that. Do you plan on picking one, or is this just how it's gonna be? Like just rocking with both?
I think I'm gonna just rock with both.
Okay.
Like, teaching got me. I love doing art, but teaching is what I picked up while doing it, and I started teaching it, and I fell in love with teaching. But I passed up job offers that was like art director to go back to school. But I know that I can do that. Well, it was in Olean, and I'm not moving to Olean.
How far is that from?
For 100 bands, you not moving on?
He never said how much. What it was.
It was salary. It was like in the 40s.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, that's not worth it.
It wasn't anything crazy.
Okay.
But,
I wouldn't
to move to Olean is not worth
for
it.
$40,000. I make that. I make a little bit more than. I make around that.
I make $29.99. That's what I make. No, that's literally what I make. I make $29.99,000. I make $29,000 like that.
99 cents.
Yeah, 9,900, like 999.
Yeah, but that's me coming from being in school my entire life and working part-time jobs to just eventually going into something. So,
Okay.
Even with the Albright, they call me. They was like, "Hey, do you apply for this job?" I'm like, "No, I can't do it. It's a fun."
They
job.
asked you to apply for it.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Make sure you lean in because you lean
oh
in.
yeah.
The
Well, my friend dropped down. He's got his own photography thing going right now, and he was like, "I expected you to pick it up," and I'm like, "Thank you, but I can't do it right now. It's full time. I'm in school."
But so this kind of crazy. Shout out to the $1 Million Man. What's your price then? What do somebody? Is it the price thing or is just you just don't want to do it?
Well, are you still in school?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think there is going to be a price for them.
But see, but what if somebody throw you a price though? Is what I'm saying, like 100 bands a year
to
drop.
drop.
Yeah, to drop, basically to drop. Because if you working full time, it's gonna be tough to.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm a qualified teacher. I'm probably one of the best ones. Not best ones. That's a crazy statement to make. I'm better than most.
He like
teachers.
a rapper.
Yeah,
He like a teacher rapper.
We really have legitimate entertainers, authors, and everything, and I think our friend has the biggest ego we've had.
Nah, some people have said they was the best like nigga around when it came to they.
But I don't think they've been as serious as he's been.
No, I'm a very humble man. It's just.
What is he talking about? That's why I would keep talking to you.
Let me ask you a question. You think
I think he's a very good. From what I've seen, I think he's a very good teacher. I will say that. I don't know.
I try.
I don't know how the stats go for teachers like basketball or like music. You can read a nigga's stats. With a teacher, you can't really read a nigga's stats.
You can. His stats are his children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If his children don't know whatever he's supposed to be teaching, he's not doing well.
He's like, no, I'm the best teacher. Billy, say your ABCs. And he like, well, C7. He like, Billy,
You gotta hang that title up. I should have
Billy,
called out Billy.
up.
He only has one parent.
Oh, all right. Okay, so this turned into something else. He got to go back to work. We're not doing it. So now,
Billy's not real.
so
though.
now, who's your favorite student?
Statistically, they say people who come from a two-parent household.
You think you're crazy for thinking
of course
about
you're
it.
thinking about it. Do you? All right. I guess this is a question I can ask.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody he works with is gonna see this, so this is fine. Right?
What if this is just the one? What if this is
the one that popped?
yeah, this is the one?
I'm sorry, but do you teach when you like? I guess what's the best way to word this? What is the diversity demographic of your classroom
Good
in
question.
all my experience or just currently?
currently?
I'm trying to think. Hold up. I'm counting all the kids in my head.
A lot of other people in there.
You're crazy.
No, they're all black.
Oh, really?
That's way different than I thought it was going.
You don't have no Caucasoid children in your class?
You're crazy.
No,
You're.
at least I don't think I know.
I don't
Cause the other school had one. And
Just one?
just one, and then
the reverse minority.
You in the
the other one was Hispanic.
he in the hood?
Yeah.
He in the hood.
Well, the school I was near, it was the magnet school near MLK.
Oh,
okay. That
You're in
makes
the
sense.
trench. I understand. Come on. Every place that has a place called MLK is the trench. Ours is no different. We've all been to MLK Park. We've all been at the bro, it's been summers. They listen to it.
All right, y'all. This has been another episode.
Hey, listen, dude. You just got
my door get slammed down.
yeah. We just got flagged by Chat GBT.
Yeah, they definitely got us. It's okay. Everything's fine. No, Niall's an industry plant. He's just trying to like catch his black. We put all our shit out. You don't need to send plants.
No, there's some stuff we've cut out.
But most of that is about our friends.
Not always. We've cut out some stuff for reputation wise.
Like what? We'll talk. Because I don't remember, but because I really don't remember, but we'll talk after. So Niles, who's your favorite student?
Don't answer that question. Stop answering that question. Well, stop asking that question. I'll say this. I wasn't expecting your demographic to be that way. I was expecting you to teach white children. Not anything wrong with that. But I was expecting you to teach majority white children and then like be like, yeah, there's that one black kid in the class that I really connect with. But as you teach a lot of children that look like you in terms of skin tone, obviously they don't look like you because not all black people look alike. Do you feel like that's a better environment, or would you rather teach white children or children children that don't look like you?
I got a follow-up question to that too. Do you think that's a better? You're crazy. Do you think that's a better
Ray, stop.
What did he say? He said something.
Can we not say that?
No, I'm not gonna say it.
He said he's Sly Cooper. Throw up a picture of Sly Cooper. The thievius raccoonist. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. The thievius raccoonist.
Now I don't have to say it. I can say Sly Cooper.
Good, yeah.
You got Sly Cooper. I'm calling the boys thievius raccoonist. You be in a
I don't want to bite. I'm gonna just say Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper.
That worked. Ray, and y'all can't see this. Good shit, Ray. You're hooping. Do you feel like we're a terrible podcast, I think. Because we're not even like taking this seriously. All right. It's because he's our friend. If he wasn't like somebody that we
wouldn't be saying half of it.
Yeah, we wouldn't be doing half of it.
We would have all these questions planned out.
Yeah, we would have a full list. But because he's our friend, we feel more comfortable to joke around. So please don't be discouraged if you're somebody that would like to be on a podcast. But serious question now to follow up what Rick said. Do you think that's better for them as black kids that see and have a black teacher? Or do you think it just don't matter as long as the teacher's good?
Nowadays, I think it's very important to have someone like me in the classroom. There's
job security.
Exactly.
Well, that specifically so he can eat.
I think they need all the black teachers they can get.
Ever since I entered anything, you are what we need. Is basically what
they've been saying.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I'll say that I've gotten that in my field too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my security don't nobody give a fuck.
Well,
we just need a nigga to throw people out.
Honestly, I feel like majority of security is black. When you're
majority, yeah.
Our security.
Yeah. One thing we do is violence.
At least we do it right.
We try not to hurt people too much. Besides,
I played the robbery on the third Saturday. I called. Shout out Kendrick. You wouldn't do that though, Steve.
So, not going to incriminate myself. So you feel like it's better for black children to see black representation as far as teachers.
Oh, definitely, yeah, for sure. And then other part of Rick said, working in the school, majority. White people. Thank you. They don't have teachers like me at all. So there's no representation of me in the classroom. I think I was the second black teacher at that school.
Mm-hmm. The school you at now, or
the one previous?
The one previous. Okay.
I was about to say no black teachers.
Yeah, that's actually great. But to be honest, growing up, I could probably count on one hand how many black.
I think that's fair.
Teachers I had.
Yeah, I don't think I had. I knew there was black teachers in the school, but I don't think I had any black teachers.
Okay. Well, if you count that, that's different.
Yeah.
But Tech kind of ramped it up a little, which actually no, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
All they had was Miss Ward
and the other black lady. I forgot her name. She was like a short black lady.
Another black lady.
She was dark skinned. I know none of us had her. I just know she was there.
What did she teach?
I don't know. None of us had her. I just know like
in the building.
She was there.
I just know Miss Ward.
Yeah. So think about that. Like one black teacher in theology.
And then
whole
one
high
you
school
can't,
career.
one mystery teacher.
Yeah, one mystery
And
teacher.
I only had 2 black teachers and professors in college
Mm,
I had one.
out of my 5 years in college.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm on 6. This is 1. Well, I have 2 now. But
Damn. And he had to go the extra year to get the second one.
one of them was a African American studies class. So I feel like
That's crazy. You walk into African American studies class and it's a white dude. I'll be like,
we're gonna learn about some hippie hop.
you know what? I would be interested. I'd be like, you tell me about me. Go ahead. You tell me about me right now. Go
Lesson
ahead.
plan 1. We're gonna learn about some hippie hop,
Okay.
and then we're gonna go into some ebonics.
And we're like, and first, we're gonna start with Nas, Illmatic, and then the song.
Crazy. Imagine he
Whose
memorized it.
world is it?
it's a field trip to the Perrys, bro.
Well, I'm not going to that. Ray already took me to the Perry, so I'm not going. I'm not going to that. Oh my god! I'm not gonna do this with him today.
He's the scariest.
I'm not gonna do this with him today.
He's the scariest nigga.
So-
I know. So you
Oh, he's like that. No, he's like that. He's like, we can't hear him, but
Like, I deadass don't think I ever told y'all this shit, but when I was going to like Lorraine or between between the grade of 5th through 8th or some shit like that, they actually had moved Lorraine because it went into construction and moved the school all the way to like right where that like police center shit is. That was where the school was. I walked across that bridge almost every day to get there.
An open bridge.
That's why I'm sitting here like I don't really see much of a problem. I had to walk there.
CAPPR. It's the capper. It's a capper name, Ray.
I'm dead.
no, I believe him. That would make that.
I'd be paranoid.
Yeah, he's a problem.
Yeah.
5th to 8th grade, them prime years. You getting fucked up, and you made it.
In the daylight, in prime school daylight, I feel like that's not the same as what we're talking.
It's not the same as at night. No. Well, you know them niggas ain't
The way
awake.
back home,
Them
it's
niggas
still-
early in the morning. Them niggas is not awake.
The only people moving.
Them niggas
they-
don't
they
wake
have
up
to-
till
they-
noon.
They posted at the corner stores, Brody.
Yeah,
Say it
at the
again.
They
bodegas.
posted at the corner stores, ready to go.
No, not till noon, bro. Niggas don't start.
They don't get out of bed to the noon.
Yeah, and then they come out at 1 p.m.
so they can sell a tug and make some moogan.
I'm telling y'all, Rick getting crazy with the rap shit. You hear the schemes that he come up with, bro? Stop playing with him,
It
man.
was a Baltimore accent. It was no schemes involved.
That was a Baltimore accent?
Tugan. Yeah.
I thought you was doing the damn like some Finnish accent or something. That's what I thought you was doing.
They're all
It's
the same.
it's basically the same
It's
thing.
the Tugan. It was
You got the Tugen.
you got the
and the Flugen.
Tugan and the Flugen.
Flugen.
Tugan.
Okay, boy. That's how they talk. Shout out to Baltimore.
Shout out the Wire.
So we here with our boy now.
Stop.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, sir.
All right, so this is another thing. So you know, as a black man, do you consider yourself black?
You're crazy. All right. So
Wait. Yes. Story. White van pulled up on me. Like truck. Right, white truck pulled up on me walking down the street, right?
wait. Go ahead.
I'm walking down Main Street back to my old place in Amherst.
Okay.
This white truck pulled a Yuli, right? And they pulls up on me. He was like,
Okay.
"What's up?" And I was like, I looked at him, and he didn't seem, like a problem.
Was he white?
It was
or
a black dude.
No, he was Spanish, right?
That's
Wow.
ambiguously
The wild
dangerous.
card. The wild
That's
right.
ambiguously dangerous. I don't.
And homie was like, "You black?" And I'm like,
That's a crazy.
"Yeah, yeah, I think I am."
Am I fading? You start thinking, am I?
And homie was like, "You think I can get some money to get like my truck full?" And I was like, "No." I was like, I can give you something. Like, and he started taking his jewelry off and shit and put it in my hands. I was like, I don't want your fucking jewelry, bro. Car's tinted. He said, "My family back here." I'm like, nah. Nah.
That nigga was a sex offender.
And-
He was trying to get help.
Crazy.
trying to take you.
What's the license plate? Because we might have to find that.
It
nigga.
probably wasn't one.
It's probably one. Yeah, that nigga.
The getaway is on the back.
Doug, get away. DA.
DA away.
I was like, "This is a pawn shop up the street. You can cash your stuff in and get money for it."
That's what he said to
That's
you?
what I said to
that's
him.
what he said.
Oh, you said to him.
Yeah, like
Yeah, he's trying to get out the city.
he's trying to go back to Cali. I'm like, you ain't going to Cali like with that.
Nigga, he was in New York State.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
You getting to Cali on a one fill up? No, that's
bro.
not gonna happen.
If you go chains,
You might
family
get
in the
to-
back, starving.
You might get to Chirac, maybe. You're not getting to Chirac
You're not
either.
getting this shit. Not on one tank.
No.
Yeah.
It
That was
took
weird.
6 hours for us to get to Philly.
Well, it's 5 days to get to Cali from here.
Yeah. You're not
5 days and some change.
5 days on one tank. Yes. What is he driving? Fusion reactor. he driving the car from Back to the
The
Future.
sun, every time the sun is out,
Then he gets a full.
and he get a
another
full tank.
tank.
Yeah, he's got to fill it the one time and just keep driving in the day.
Every drop of gas is 500 miles.
Oh, well,
There
he
you
gonna
go.
need it because that's crazy. That's a crazy story. Do you have any more stories about people running away?
Yeah, about other people trying to take advantage of you.
Nothing crazy. I was at the university station.
Uh-huh.
Homeboy, I'm tired. Right, this has been a long day. I pull up. I can see homie staring at me from like a side eye type of thing. And he walks up to me. I'm like, hope he's just asking for the time or something. He was like, "You trying to buy my suitcase?" I'm like,
What?
I look at the suitcase. It's like the rust. It's like rusty, and like I'm like, no. I did just that, and he was, I give you $5 if you just leave me alone. I gave him $5. He was like, "So you talking to me? Now they talk to you like your friends." And so like, I'm like, "No, we're not friends."
I just said I give you $5 to leave me alone.
And you
Why
still talking?
My
You
$5
still- yeah,
off.
for real.
ask for your $5 back?
Gave it to him, and then he was like, "You want to buy the suitcase?" So I'm like, I looked at it. I was like, "No, I don't want to. You can flip it to someone else." Or like the time I'm waiting at the bus and Shorty pulls up to me like out of thin air and
Yeah,
like,
so he didn't have much stories.
Yeah, he's
and-
cooking right now.
and Shorty was like, "You know, I can get some rock," and I was like, "No, I don't. I don't know where you."
Not the crack call out. We about to rock like crack when it came.
Nah, I
You got
can't.
that ice? You got that ice for me, my boy?
Work. I need some work.
Nigga say you got work, bro. No,
He's
I
like, I'm
don't.
going to work. He was like, nah.
Nah, you know what I'm talking about, my boy. I need that white girl. I need the head of my dad. That white girl. That's crazy.
That's such a shame.
Oh well, I kind of got a story a couple weeks ago. This white dude. Yeah, I did get read down on, but I was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for the train.
Mm-hmm.
What station was it?
You was at Utica.
Yep, I think it had to be the
Yeah.
Utica station.
Mhm.
So I was at the Utica station. There was this white dude with some glasses. He was sleeping
Mm-hmm.
on one of those benches that's down there.
Mhm.
And like, I thought he was dead. I'm not gonna lie, because he wasn't moving. He was just like laying there. And then one dude, I don't know why he tapped him. I think like because his drink was spilling or something. And the dude tapped him to like wake up, and he woke up. And he came over to me. He's like, "Yo, man, I just got this crazy pizza from this place, man. That shit was good as fuck. It was like a barbecue chicken pizza." I said, "Oh, that's cool, bro. Like, that's good." And he was kind of drooling a bit. And he's like, "In my drink." My drink. He was real not belligerent, but he was just real. He's like, "In my drink, man." He's like, "You know how it is." I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
man." And he kept talking, and then he kept like just coming up with shit to like chat, like he said, try to be your friend, to chat with me about. And I was like, he's off a perk. I was like, he's definitely off a perk. Cause like he's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Actually," he's like, "You want these headphones, man?" I was like, "Nah, I don't want no headphones. You can keep them, bro."
I guess it's for telling stories of encounters
niggas
with,
running up
with
on you.
people who aren't all right in the head.
Mhm.
I'll say this: in high school, we come
Well,
back
we got a
from-
lot of high school shit.
Yeah, I was coming back from football practice,
Mm.
and we was sitting waiting for the train over at
LaSalle. No, Fountain Plaza.
Fountain Plaza.
Mhm.
We was waiting for the train at Fountain Plaza. Me and two other people who was on the football team, and this crackhead, I would assume he could have been a homeless man who just wasn't all there.
down on his luck.
Was accosting a Dunkin' Donuts worker, from that Dunkin' Donuts that's on that corner.
Yeah.
A woman. He was accosting her, basically just bothering her,
Mhm.
and I could tell that it was getting a little too much.
Mhm.
And so I was just like, hey yo, leave her alone. And
Super Rick. Okay.
that's what I was saying. So I'm not usually like that, but I could tell like it was
getting fired.
Yeah, it was like he was approaching and she was
in a situation like that, you gotta at least, at the very least, say something.
But I'm just saying, I'm like 15, and I'm just like, hey, leave her alone.
Hey,
I did the deep voice. Leave her. I probably I didn't even hit full
Stop,
puberty
you
yet.
scoundrel.
Yeah, I didn't hit full puberty yet, so I probably was like, hey, leave her alone. And
nah, you ain't have a voice like that back then.
Hey.
Based on how you talking shit to us, you didn't have a voice. Now, if you was scared, that might have been different. Like if you was afraid and said it. Hey man, stop.
But
I hate when you like try to like get tough of your voice crack right then. It's
adrenaline.
like, bro, no.
Well, that's how you know your superpower is kicking in because the adrenaline. So you either about to run really fast or you about to punch really hard.
Yeah, that's true.
But
go ahead.
so I told Buddy to like leave her alone.
Mm-hmm.
He was upset at me because I guess he felt like I was cock blocking or something, even though old shorty did not want this man. And so he come over to me. I'm sitting there like I'm not getting up because I'm not gonna escalate it if it don't get escalated.
Right.
We sitting. I'm sitting up here, basically where I am, and then let's say he's like where your TV stand is.
Okay.
And so he's there, and there's the sidewalk like coming from the street.
Okay.
So I was in my mind, I was just looking down at his feet, and I was like, if he steps up on that joint, I'm sliding him.
Mhm.
And so the whole time, he was talking to me, he was yelling, he was doing whatever, and I was just like,
Long
just
as you
leave
don't-
her alone.
you got a
And I was-
line,
I was like, just leave her alone, man. That's all it was. I watched his feet. His feet never stepped up on the thing, and he just looked at me, and I looked at him, and I guess he was like,
He seen that you were ready.
He either saw that I was ready, or he seen how young I was, and was like, it's not worth
it.
The last little brain cell he had was like, what am I doing right now? And then he just like
Could have been a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Could have
been everything.
Yeah, could have been.
Because I was tall.
You wasn't no
I was
little
6
dude.
something then.
Yeah, so
Still had your football equipment on.
Yeah,
so it's like this nigga just left.
I had my helmet. And my,
This nigga just you have a helmet. Oh
I have my helmet and my shoulder pads.
I'm not
in my
fighting
hand.
a teenager with football shit on and a helmet.
Just hit him
He's
with
gonna
the-
fuck me up probably.
Hit him
No.
with the uppercut.
This
with
nigga
the
just
helmet.
left practice. He probably mad because he just left practice.
Oh, tired.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
over with.
Yeah, I'm still wearing my pads and stuff, so he was probably like, let me not get picked up and slammed here on
I got a messy one, so I'm gonna ask if we could talk about this with the mic. I got to word this.
Should black men be with black?
Hey, no, listen. Wait, no,
Should black men only be with black women
no, listen.
and or other black men? Wait, is it? Do people have a problem with interracial dating if like gay? Like,
People do. From what I've heard,
Yeah.
people do. Yeah.
really?
from what
So,
I've
like,
heard,
can
yeah.
a black gay dude could get like
Actually, a friend of
upset
mine,
about-
a very popular friend of mine, by the way, has said there's been, not for him specifically, but he's
in the
seen
community.
That. Yeah, he's seen certain issues with that.
Yeah.
But so
Interesting.
I have a question.
Black people don't really mess with like gay people, which is a problem with our community.
Which
But
is
I
a
feel
problem
like
with
it's
this.
crazy that inside of that community of the people who they know their own community doesn't.
Well, it's not. I don't. As far as I understand, it's not the white folks. It's black people. Be like,
I know that's
"Why
what
you
I'm saying. I'm saying it's
Yeah.
crazy that black people
Mhm.
know that black people don't. They would prefer their child not to be
Mhm.
outside of the norm, but then they still care about racial purity,
Which
especially because they're not passing on any genes unless they adopt. But if they're not adopting, then they can pick whatever kid
Yeah.
they want.
which I partially.
Yeah.
It's like a Pokemon game. Gotta catch them all. We're talking about adoption. Nobody here's adopted, right? As far as they know.
No, as far as I know, no.
you look
I
just
look
like
like,
your
my dad and my mother.
I love my
so
mom, so
yeah, so it might be
That's
cat for us. I hope this don't take a turn.
Uh-huh.
But the
ready.
reason I want to discuss
I'll
this
keep us on track.
is because you're gonna.
I'll keep us on track.
Yeah, thank you. Now
What is he hasn't said anything. What is he here for?
Listen.
I'm keeping us on track.
oh my god, listen.
You did talk for like a minute.
That's the second time you got hit with the mic. You might need to chill. That's twice now. That's twice, very
Yes,
close together.
yes.
The third was somebody.
They really gonna catch me. Hopefully, I'll look at them when they do it. Because in the back of the
No,
head.
listen. If it's not one of our peoples, I'm beating the shit out of them. So,
Yeah.
because if you get hit with the mic,
but if
it's me though, then
if you get slit, I'm sliding. But I'm saying I want to get hit if I'm looking at him, so I don't get hit in the back of the head, so I don't end up like that.
just down.
No, I'm talking about forever.
Days.
Oh my god. Vod like this. Look, Vod. Hey, Vod not here right now. If one of us ever gets slid, make sure you keep the camera on.
I
Take the other camera and get it
a lot
on
of
them.
boxers go out like that. Like a lot of boxers
back
they
of
get
the head,
hit in the back of the head, and then now they're just like,
and be out forever.
I
Oh
want
no.
apple juice. I want apple juice, please.
That's crazy.
The back of the head hits is no
it's
joke.
No joke at all.
You gotta relearn how to walk, and then you probably not gonna get to that point again, and then like your IQ drops significantly.
You
so
start
like
at
even
life
if
backwards, bro.
so even if you can't get to the point of communicating, now you're about as smart as you was when you like 11, and so you over there like Cheetos, please. Can I please get some apple juice? All because a nigga decided to hit you in the back of the head. Could I please get some apple juice?
He's already done it 4 times, so I can't even say I don't think we should do that. So it is what it is now.
crazy. Crazy.
I'm talking about someone who gets hit in the back of the head.
I was gonna say maybe we shouldn't do that, but it's too late now. He did it once. You done went over 3 times, and you just gotta stay because he quadrupled down on it. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost joined in.
Clip it. Someone clip it.
Yeah, clip that.
I got YouTube Premium. I can clip that. I got it.
Other people can't clip our shit. They got premium.
Oh, really? I didn't know
I
that.
think they can. Oh, so this might literally be the last episode of the R&P Podcast.
Why? I'm talking about if you get punched in the back of your head, you literally become a vegetable and you have to relearn to do everything. And if you want to get something to drink, if you're coming back from the depths, you're going to have to be like,
With the straw?
Can I please get some water?
That's 5. We did it 5 times.
That was
That's
water
fine.
that time, not apple juice. that was 5. I need to go to the bathroom. I need help. Can someone please help me with my buckle, please?
Done. It's
I'm not
over.
entertaining that.
We might
I'm
be-
not-
It might literally be over for us. It's been a good run, though. We've done really well. Been a good run. If you've enjoyed the R&P podcast, comment on old stuff because this is the last one.
I'll apologize. I just watched a whole video on like terrible apologies on the internet. Like
I'm gonna call this
Shane Dawson.
You know, I'm gonna call this the last episode.
No, because that's gonna make people think we're
No, I'm in the episode. It's the last episode. Crazy.
well R&P.
Well, no, it's gonna drop again next week, but we're gonna call it the next episode, the last episode.
We'll call it something else.
Okay.
I'm sure it's fine.
So-
if you really feel like it, you can cut it around.
No, it's here now. It's what it is.
I'll apologize if anybody
And
feels
we'll do a
offended
bad
about
apology video about it.
it. Yeah, that could be a skit. I'm for it.
That could be a sketch.
Okay, that would be a skit. I won't clip this, and then people don't usually watch our shit, so I won't clip it. If Niles clip it, we're ass out. Bro.
Make a TikTok about it.
I'm talking about if you get hit in the back of the head.
Niles like, I was on the R&P podcast, and I was extremely uncomfortable.
Offended.
I'm not talking
That'd
about
be crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
We
I'm
had to jump you. We had to jump you.
I'm not talking about any like birth related
Nah.
mental issues or defects or anything like that. Even though I feel like those can be joked about because there's something that exists in the world, and if you don't joke about them, that means you see them as taboo. And if you look at someone who has a mental disability, be like, it's taboo to talk about you. That means you're scared of
Well,
them.
well,
That means you feel uncomfortable.
I will
around
say
them.
this. I don't think we should get canceled for certain things that we say because Daniel Taj used to say everything.
Yeah, but
Daniel Taj, and he
there was
did got
comedians that
canceled
used to
once.
say the N word who weren't black. So I feel like that's kind of like
That's another thing too. But I'm saying Daniel Taj specifically has said some things where I was
Yes.
like,
yeah,
I don't think he should be able to say
which is
that.
why he doesn't do
said-
comedy anymore.
He doesn't. He doesn't do it
'Cause
anymore.
He can't do his. He can't
No,
do
he can't
his,
do his
His
usual.
comedy,
Nope.
he can't.
cannot
no.
do his material
Yeah.
anymore.
He should do one more stand up.
If there was a way to keep the social progression that we have, but then have it not carry over to comedy, I feel like comedy would be really funny, right?
But see, my question to that is, what about the white comedians that start saying racist shit? Because certain people, I wouldn't be happy if they were saying like, because where do we draw the line of a joke and not? You see what I'm saying? If we get
if
offended,
it's funny or not. If it's not funny, he'll get everybody will feel awkward. Like,
Yeah.
there's never been a comedian that said a good racist joke, and then people been like, "Oh, I'm upset," unless they weren't like a fan of that comedian in the first place,
Right.
or whatever. I feel like it's the jokes. If it's a joke, like if it's an actual joke with the setup and everything like that, regardless of how the person feels about that group of people, a joke is a joke. Setup, the work of a setup, punchline, situation, and the like build up attention and then the relief or the or I guess the fooling of the relief to the actual punchline. That's the progression of a joke, and that means they put thought into it and they created it and all that stuff. Now, if you're just up there saying slurs or whatever, or you're just
Those
throwing,
yeah,
or you're just throwing
I hate
out,
those guys.
yeah, or you're just throwing out how you feel personally about a group of people, and there's like no jokes behind it.
I've learned my lesson. I've said it enough on the pod.
Yeah,
it
you
only
have.
took me 92 episodes to
figure
learn
it
my
out.
lesson.
But yeah, if they're just saying how they feel personally and there's like some like basic ass joke or whatever, I feel like that person would just get like laughed out the room
And
regardless.
if you can make a majority of the race that you're talking about laugh, I
That
think
means
it's
you're
fine.
good,
then.
yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay.
If you make 85% of the people laugh and then you can't make that other percent, which I quick maths.
15.
Yes, there it is. Quick maths. If you can't make that other 15, they wasn't gonna laugh regardless.
They wasn't gonna laugh regardless. So speaking of race,
What'd you say?
Nothing. Continue.
It was about my quick maths.
No.
speaking of
This
race,
nigga teaches art. I don't
I have-
wanna hear nothing
you're
about
cra-
this. This nigga teaches art.
What's 9 times 8?
9 times 8.
fuck 72,
9 times 5.
Oh, you was right. I didn't think you was right. You
45,
said 9 times 2.
5. He said 45, right?
Oh, you said 9.
Am I
times
right?
I think I might be dyslexic.
What's 9 times 2? You might
Rick,
be.
we'll
9 times 2 is 8.
Rick, we'll figure it out. That's what we might even do a video. Get Rick checked out for
No, it's
what's good, YouTube? We get Rick checked out for dyslexia.
I don't. It's not. It's definitely not reading dyslexia because I can read all day.
It's just man.
I think it's auditory because I can hear something and I'll be writing something and then what I write is very different from what I hear. Even when I'm like, I'll know exactly what someone said, and when I'm trying to tell someone what someone said, it'll be the main points, but it'll be paraphrased. And I don't know why I'm paraphrasing it because I can remember.
too.
But I can remember exactly what they're saying. Usually people paraphrase because they can't remember the exact conversation. And so they try to fill in the blanks with like what they can. But I can tell you exactly what you said. Like if you give me a second to think about it. But if I'm just saying it to say it or you just said it, I'll throw in something that you didn't say, but it'll be the same overall theme of the conversation.
I feel like I do that too, though. I feel like I do that too.
You might have it too. It might not be uncommon in the black community. It just might be something that they call like heart of learning or class disruptor.
They like that one, don't they? They love that one.
You got those buzzwords? They teach you the black buzzwords at your school
teach you
yet?
this,
Like
no.
what to call a
You
kid?
know they did. That's
Right.
why they laughing like that. You
No.
know
What they call
do.
a black kid when they're not paying attention to class, disruptive, bad home life.
Well, bad home life makes sense sometimes.
Look, they've got them.
Well, no, because when you get into kids and
When you relate behavior to how not even how they raise, but how they live. I was a terrible kid in terms of I like to talk. That there's no way you could equate that to I have a terrible home life, but they tried to do it every time.
no, that's just personal.
But that might have been because I went to a Catholic school. But they were like,
Yeah, you went
he's
to a
raised in
Catholic-
a single mother household.
Yeah, you
I'm
went
like,
to a
nigga,
Catholic-
I know
'cause
my
in a
dad.
public
I
school?
see my dad.
In a public
Because
school,
there's a lot of y'all. Or us. We all live in singular parent households.
I
I
didn't.
know you
My
you
boy.
had
I
both your
didn't.
parents. That's
Yeah,
why-
I didn't until high
That's
school.
why he got that aesthetic.
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
until high
freedom.
school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Freedom.
Yeah, I didn't
Hey,
until high school.
there was no freedom.
Yeah.
There was no freedom.
I didn't know that.
My parents was happily married until my mother died.
That was in high school though? Going into high school?
My mother died 11 days before I turned 13.
I thought that happened way earlier in your life. I did not know.
No,
it was-
yeah, I was 12.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was 12. Going, I didn't know I was in. Oh, did I get to tech? Was I enrolled into tech yet? Maybe not.
I was
If you're
about to say,
12, you're not
'cause
at tech.
How I remember
No, I know I wasn't
Yeah.
in tech, but I'm saying, did I get my acceptance letter
No, you'd
into
be like
tech?
13, 14 going to high school. So you probably was.
You went into
Because I'm missing.
you
I'm
went into
missing
tech
some
a lot
time.
happier than I would have thought from someone who's coming off of something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was fresh off of a dead mother. That's unfortunate. But enough about me.
You could have had a villain origin.
I almost did because I almost
Or-
did, but
or hero
I just
origin.
decided to
could've
like.
just sold
No
work.
enemies. No enemies. There you go.
You could have just sold work.
I'm not going to incriminate myself. So, why do you think I'm so adamant about not doing it?
Well, you had to
All right.
sell the work to get the stories to then make it. Like every black person ever.
That's unfortunate.
Ain't it?
I will say, if this YouTube shit, that's why I really tell you guys to really watch. Because if it don't work, I'm probably gonna be a criminal. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if this shit don't go, I might just be a criminal. Yeah, we running in niggas' houses. I'm joking. It's a joke.
Joking.
It's a
But
joke.
yeah, I didn't know that.
So
Hey, you brought down the whole mood of the podcast.
yeah, that's why I'm trying to
I'm
like.
joking.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to
Crazy.
move it from that. But speaking of race,
Hey,
That's like crazy.
oh, we didn't talk about no interracial relationship.
that's what I was about to say. Speaking of race,
yeah.
Niles, you are in a interracial relationship.
You're actually married.
You're
Yes, that's
married,
correct.
yeah.
And you're
not
our
just-
age.
Yes.
You're actually you're my age. You're Steve's old.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
You too, nigga. Don't laugh.
Yeah.
You older than me, nigga. Nigga giggling like he's 16.
He think just because he's an unpaid intern, he think he's young.
Yeah, nah, nigga. You older than me, goddammit.
He think he's young because he don't get paid at work.
Wow.
Nigga older than me by 30 days. What are you talking about?
A month.
A month, nigga. What are you talking about? Ooh, I was still cooking. He was out already. He was free.
I think you're a little bit. Are you a little bit younger or older than
I'm
me?
a little bit older than you.
Oh yeah.
A few days.
Our other friend is the youngest of the group, and he's a little bit younger than
Who?
me.
Who's our other?
Pablisi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
20,
okay.
yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Shout out to Pablo. I don't know if you still listen to the pod or not, but he did it a lot in the beginning.
He did.
Shout out to
I'll
Pablo.
probably see Pobs on the 20th of this month.
Why? Why you haven't planned out?
Oh, it's not planned out. It's probably just gonna happen.
I got a story actually. Pablo, it was right after work. It was it was in the summer. It might have been last summer. It was hot as fuck outside, and I was in gyms, and Pablo walked in. And he was like, Steve, and we hugged, and he took me home, and we just talked for like an hour. I love Pablo. I really do. We don't talk every day, but I love you, my boy. For real. Shout out to Pablo. Please. If we can, we'll get him on the pod.
On the pod, talk
That's the
about
bullshit.
HVAC.
Bullshit.
Talk about HVAC. how he got into HVAC. Tell the kids about a trade.
Hey, listen, he got bread, though. He
got bread.
HVAC.
I'm telling y'all kids, pick up a trade. You know,
It is a
use
good
your
move.
hands.
It's a
You
good
don't have
move.
to go to college.
Because not all y'all niggas is
And not all y'all niggas entertaining like we are. No, we're not making money either. You're not. Come on.
that one.
That
one was
That
tough.
one was bad.
That one was
So, Nylu, you are in an interracial relationship. You're actually married.
happily.
Happily, yeah. You're actually happily married
Just in case. He
to.
could have told me I was wrong, but I think
No, he's correct.
Just
You're correct. You're correct. Yeah.
You know what's
what he
funny?
has to do.
Rick be looking at me, and I'll be uncomfortable. Not every time. Because sometimes, a lot of times I'm with him. I'm not going front. But he be looking at me, and I'll be uncomfortable.
Well, I'm looking at you because if I look at him, I'm gonna laugh, and I feel like that would
So
look
it's
really
to center
bad.
yourself?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like it'll look really
I-
bad to
that's
say
fine,
something like that and then laugh in his face.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm
I
looking
respect
at you
that.
to like ground myself.
Okay, I
Because
respect
if
that.
you start laughing, then I know we all gonna start laughing.
Yeah, but if
you gonna
I don't start laughing, then you
then
know
I'm-
this is a bad joke.
That's
a good
No, I
game.
know it's a good
That's a
joke.
good game.
But I gotta hold it in because you didn't think it was a good joke. Doesn't mean it's not a good joke. I think every joke I say is a good joke. They
Well,
all,
that's not
they
good.
all land.
That's not good.
They all land.
That's
Remember-
not
Remember
good.
the start of the podcast where you're like, "This man's really cocky."
Yeah,
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, 'cause that's bad. You can't think that.
I got 92 episodes worth of material that shows that I'm him.
Well, let me tell you this. How many people were, like we said earlier, how many people were watching those episodes, Rick?
Whoever
Thousands.
watches it be saying that we funny, don't they? We just gotta catch them.
They do say we funny.
If 1,000 people watched our pod, I am almost 100% sure 600 will like it. And
650.
That's all we need.
650 only.
Because if we get 100,000 people to watch it, Quick
Actually,
maths.
being
Come on, teacher.
We get you some bots.
oh, that's gross. Yeah, we don't want to go out like that. No, with the bots. To be cocky though, I do think if 1,000 people, if like we did a group study and 1,000 people listen to us, I think we get 650 to be like, oh, I would subscribe to them niggas. I think so.
They have to be black though.
I think we get some white people. They can't be them weird white people though. They
Nah,
gotta
you
be
get what
like-
you get, bro. You gotta take
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Because funny enough, a lot of our subscribers are white
Oh, shout out.
because of
Goat.
some of the reacts we do.
Oh,
And they join in because of that, and then they're like, "Oh, these niggas all right. These niggas is fine." I guess.
But yeah, we just talk about interracial relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Nylu, you are in a you are married to
Happily married.
Yes.
happily married
Third time around, yes.
to a. Did you say third time?
we broached this subject 3 times now.
We did. That's what I'm saying.
How long you been married now?
6 months, almost half a year.
half a year?
It's been 6 months since I was at your wedding.
Mm-hmm. Just about.
That's actually crazy.
Damn, that shit felt like it was forever ago.
And you
It was
are
nice out.
It was very nice out.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of the
It
year.
was right after a rainy day though.
Yeah. It was
crisp.
right after.
Was that in January?
October.
October? That was last year?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Time moves fast, don't it?
You do.
It's because I don't got nothing to look forward to. Except these pods. And these should come out once a week. So that ain't going to scale the base time.
That can't
off of.
keep your whole week going. Unfortunately, this is what I look forward to every week.
But
That's a
Okay.
good thing. Yeah.
Well,
being in an interracial relationship,
yeah.
right? Have you noticed your life being any different than normal? I guess at this point.
No. I mean, if anything, it's just more experiencing a different culture more often than I.
They have one?
Yeah.
Well, my wife is Polish.
Okay, so she actually knows her roots.
Yes.
Her white roots.
Yeah.
Because there is white people who just only know
Who just
themselves
white
as white.
folks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they could be a mix of a bunch of different
And they don't
European
know.
people,
That's
and they just exist of white American culture. But I do find that Polish people, I should have known by her last
Shout out
name.
to Rozek.
Or her old last name. Yeah, shout out Rozek. Also Polish last name. Actually, one of the more calm ones. Some of the ones be wilding. But those teachers in school can always say them last names, but come up. Zimazewski? I'm like, right off the bat, huh? Jaquavius? I'm like, nigga, it's on the-
It's Ja.
it's spelled phonetically.
Sounded out with me. It's
spelled out
It's not too
phonetically.
difficult. It's not too,
But,
some of them joints. Some of them joints.
Be a little crazy.
They be a little
Some of them
crazy.
joints, but like most of them.
Krashik is nuts.
How do you spell that?
Krashik.
K-R-A-A.
It's two
A's. 2 A's.
Krashik.
Yeah,
SHIQQ.
That's Quavo's real name. Krashik.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Or was that Offset? It was it's Quavo.
Quavo, yeah, it's
Quavo's real
Quavo.
name is Krashik.
Which one is?
Quavo's the one
most
not,
popular one.
not married to Cardi B.
Which one passed?
Takeoff.
Take off. Okay.
Yes. R&P.
I'm foul because I was gonna say he's not married and he's not packed.
You're a little crazy. But yeah. Talk about me and my little joke. That's nuts. But I will say
Atlanta's gonna destroy me.
Yeah, I will say that I find that Polish people are very in tune with their roots and their culture. They're I guess their big thing is food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Pierogies is good as fuck. They actually good as fuck.
So learning the Polish culture, have you found anything that seems I guess a little difficult to deal with as a black man? Not saying for like a person or anything, but as a culture as a whole. Like you feel like do they make you like I don't know.
Like,
I was gonna
did
say
they
something
point me
wild.
out?
Well, I was gonna ask, have you ran into any like just like personal issues, whether it be with family? If you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. But have you ran into any issues with like her family? Have you had any issues with like being out and about
I
with
feel
your
like
wife?
I can say
Anything
this
like that?
as a friend of his. I feel like her family is very accepting of him.
Mm.
At least
Okay.
Oh, they
her,
adore
her
me.
main family.
Yeah.
Mm.
I go see her stepmother's family, and we hang out with. And I literally went to her
Her
grandmother.
stepmother's family.
I went
That's
to
beautiful.
I went to
Wow.
her stepmom's grandma's birthday, and I pulled up by myself.
That's crazy. I wouldn't do that for my girlfriend currently. Is she black?
I don't even rock with like in relationships. I don't rock with like
First time me and her, and then went to her apartment to talk to her for about 2
the
hours.
first I've got is like the mother really loves me, and maybe the main cast of the family fuck with me.
Yeah.
But I don't reach that like that far into the show. Like that's season 6. You know what I'm saying? That's really good though.
Ray over there nodding his head because he be hanging out with his white family.
Do you have a white family?
Yeah,
I didn't know you had one.
Yeah, you never.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's why we call them white.
No, you don't get a mic.
You see that? He was like, please.
No. It's my mother's godparents.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a question for Niles too.
Okay.
What'd you do last year for Dingus Day?
What are you saying?
What'd you do last year for Dingus Day? It's a Polish holiday.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything? Okay, yeah. Only reason that you brought up the Polish, I was like, yo, did you do anything for Dingus Day last year or some shit? That's Leif Erikson Day. That's Leif Erikson Day.
Dinga. Remind that episode of SpongeBob Dingus Day?
Yeah.
that's a real day. Yeah.
They have like a whole parade
Yeah,
and
it's a whole
everything
thing.
near
That episode of South Park.
fuck, where is it at?
I'm
It's usually like Williams or something like that. I think last year I was in the parade and shit. It was pretty wild.
No, I seen pictures. Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
I was
But
in the
spelled
parade.
DINIK.
Huh?
It was raining though, right?
It was raining and snowing. It was fucked up.
Yeah. See, no, I'm not going out there.
I've never, not gonna say that. I've watched South Park. I've never watched South Park like that.
South Park is one of the funniest shows.
So when niggas be
I
like,
could-
my mom didn't let me watch South Park growing up, and then when I got like older, she let me watch The Simpsons, Family Guy, all that stuff. Just not South Park for some reason. And then when I got older, I never like thought to like sit and watch
You
it.
should go back and you should watch South Park from like season 9 forward.
Okay.
The older seasons are good, but the animation's garbage and like some of the jokes are dated. But from 9 going forward is where you'll get jokes from our era
Okay.
and then newer. You could
okay.
probably even go back as far as 7.
Season 7. Okay.
But I would say from 9 upwards is where you'll get like your best.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was gonna be a hot take. I thought.
No.
Oh, okay.
Some
Good.
people just don't like South Park. I find it fucking hilarious.
I've seen clips. Like I've seen clips, and I think the clips are.
You seen the clips on TikTok with the
They'll have the
runner
game.
dude, the railroad runner, Subway Surfer
Yeah,
at the
Subway.
bottom.
What they do for TikTok is they'll put clips of movies at the
Oh
top.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
Have
and
a phone
you
game
watch a
or
full
whatever.
episode.
Yeah, because 1 to keep people's attention span, and 2 to avoid the content blocker.
Yeah, the content, which is smart.
But it's both. It's to
So now it's back to
my attention span
the
is terrible
question.
because of social media.
Background to 5. Continue.
I didn't know what he said. I don't know what he said, but I'm gonna keep going. So have you? So like you said, her family adored you. So you haven't ran into any issues
On her side,
or just it don't even got to be her family. Just being out around and stuff like that. You haven't experienced anything being a black man with a white woman. I keep asking because that's kind of crazy to me. I've never heard of that. So.
No, well, you get a lot of stares in general because not only are we're different complexions, but the height difference is also insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that. If somebody's shorter than me,
I thought of something that Niles told me in a car ride.
Shut up! No, stop. I just,
do this.
I'm not
personal
saying it. I'm not
conversation.
saying it. But I will say
it come out pretty wild. It did come out wild.
He was funny as hell.
Shut up.
You gotta tell me this.
That was like.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
I'm glad. I wasn't gonna say. Obviously, I wasn't gonna
Because
say.
at first I was like, "What is he talking about?" But then I was like, "Oh, that."
that
thing.
That just made me think of that, and I just.
I learned to watch my words, and
No, that shit was. He was wild.
I was wilding. Yeah,
He was.
That was early. We was younger then. We was younger
I was wilding a
people.
little too much, honestly. No, but you get a lot of looks. We was hiking, and this old lady.
Don't do that. Stop. Black people hike.
We hike.
It's okay to hike. I'm not, but it's okay for black people to hike.
Black people hike, but the 3 niggas in this room though.
I'm fat, so that's why I'm not
That's
hiking.
one.
Right. Ray is fat in his soul.
Okay.
I feel like Ray go get diabetes before I do.
You probably shouldn't. You shouldn't cop to that, bro.
Oh yeah,
Fuck me out.
Most definitely. Because he don't look it, but Ray be eating. Ray be eating. And then Rick, you just don't want to. And we in Buffalo too. Like, where are you really like hiking?
Oh, there's a bunch of places to hike up.
Oh well, I'm just misinformed.
Well, if you, it's a bunch out of Amherst. The few trails in Amherst.
I will say, on the road to his wedding, there was a Confederate flag.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Yeah,
waving in the trees, and there was also a sign that said Trump country.
I will say this: the road to your wedding
interesting.
was very scary. And I wasn't driving because I don't drive. I'm a walking ass nigga. But I did inform Rick multiple times to turn around and we'll just send this nigga a really nice gift. Yeah, and I was like, we'll just all chip in on a very nice gift for this nigga.
I'll say this.
And let's go home.
I'll say this. If we all weren't collectively lost, like when we pulled up to where your wedding was at, but we didn't know that we were there already. If Isaiah and Daryl weren't already parked out there, also being confused about where it's at. And then I forgot who rolled up.
Morrow.
Yeah.
Morrow rolled up. No, Morrow was already there.
Yeah, it was
Morrow, Black,
and then Daryl pulled up.
Daryl pulled up.
Yeah, he was the one. If we didn't all end up congregating there because we were all black people who wasn't just about to drive around in this area to find where it was out, we would have probably been like, bro, we can't find it.
And the funniest part is,
that's fair.
Everybody had the same facial expression. that niggas good.
Y'all got here all right.
Hey, Daryl a funny nigga, man. I love Daryl. He funny as hell. Cause Daryl, I see Daryl get out the whip first, and his face was like, "Fuck this." You know how Daryl look. Y'all don't know. Yeah. We know how Daryl look when he like, "Fuck this shit."
I'll say this.
And then Marl got out with his nice coat on, and he was just looking.
He was like, "Where are we at?"
And then our good buddy Isaiah, who was on episode 87, he didn't get out. He stayed right in the whip. And was ready to go, and then he told Rick, as we pulled up behind him, he told Rick, "Man, why you locking me in here?" Like, why he peeped his head out, like, "Why you blocking me in here?" Back your ass up.
Okay, for context, I had my wedding on a camping ground, so forest area, hours away from
in the boonies.
Yeah,
deep in the boonies.
But it was pretty. That's all I care about.
It was pretty.
It was beautiful
very
out there.
Pretty.
Yeah.
It was, and I've been to that camping grounds before, but surrounded by black people. I was not surrounded by black people out there that time. That time, I was outnumbered.
Is that me? That's all that matters.
We did have Niles.
What was that good?
But I don't think Niles was going to help us.
Yeah, I was going to say one of us.
Respectfully, in that situation, I don't think he was going to help us at all. But
I feel like the thing is though, right? I feel like this question for him, like have they gotten any like confrontation?
Which I'm legitimately surprised because I
feel like it's because it's post pandemic or like around the pandemic era. Like I feel like people have calmed down on public confrontations because one, niggas don't just want to
get sick,
people. And then two, it's just like once they've not been around people, they don't know like. I don't think they could ever like really go back into the mindset of like approaching a random person on the street.
Yeah, that's the bullshit. I didn't. Well, oh yeah, okay. I will say this: before the pandemic,
they used.
I was with not a white woman, but a pale skinned person. Yeah, a fair skinned person. No, they didn't come up to us, but apparently we were at Niagara Cafe.
Okay,
and I was sitting facing the door.
He was with a Spanish woman. Maybe Niagara Cafe or a Latina.
She wasn't.
Latina.
She wasn't Spanish.
Oh really?
No, she wasn't Spanish. She was mixed with a bunch of shit.
She just wanted mixed with
mulatto.
I guess you could say a mutt in a sense.
Oh, I didn't say that. I said mulatto.
Why do you point to you like that?
I hate pointing to Nah, that's crazy. You could have said like, never mind.
So what I was trying to say was
mixed.
A mixed individual. That's why I said she was mixed with a bunch of shit. A slew of things. So I was sitting facing the door, and I guess she was facing like the rest of the seats.
Blood.
And
that's Harry Potter. That means you just don't have no magic in you.
Good save. Good thing.
Oh no, that means you have magic in you, but you were born from a Muggle, which is another crazy term. She was really good.
Well, she's a racist individual.
Yeah, she was really good.
She's a racist individual, and she doesn't like trans people, so she's weird. But. So I couldn't see behind me. I was facing the door. The person I was with told me that there was a black woman like staring either at her or me with a very evil look because I was a black man with a fair skinned
Just been
individual.
hungry.
She could have been. She could have. I didn't see her, so I don't know. That's
She
just
could've
what I
been
was
like,
told.
Oh, this big nigga in front of me, they gonna take forever to order. Like,
I wasn't in front of her. She was
She wanted you, bro.
who the lady. I didn't see the lady, so I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't, I, that's just
but
what I
where
was
was
told.
she in
from-
relation to you? She was just off to the side. Like,
You
did she
know
already
those
have
feats?
food?
Either she was waiting for her food or something like that. We didn't. I think we had our food already.
Yeah, she didn't.
Oh yeah, she could have been
See,
tight
look,
about
It's,
that.
like, it's always some subliminal thing, but it's a simple of I ordered before them, but then them niggas got the food.
I'd
Be
be
tight
upset,
as you too. It has nothing to do with you, but I'm looking at.
Well, I don't know if she ordered before us or not. I don't know. I don't know if she ordered before us or
if
not.
you wasn't in line before her,
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
but
that
I'm saying
part.
that you said you weren't, so I'm going based off of what you told me. I was saying because I was making the joke before that.
Okay.
You were in front of her in the line, and
You
she
know,
was
we
upset
were
'cause
sitting down.
You were already sitting down.
Yeah.
with food.
Yes.
And she might have not had food yet.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I was wrong then. Maybe she wasn't
could have
looking
just
at
been.
that.
She could have just been like, "I want my."
I
food
will
so
say
can
that
get
I
out
was
of here."
thinking that because I was thinking something similar to that because I was like, well, ain't nobody mad that a girl's with me, so ain't nobody looking at me like I can't believe she got him.
Yeah.
So I highly doubt that she up there mad about that. Like let's relax.
I feel like I don't know. Black women can be on that type of time unless it's Serena Williams, and they'd be like, "You go, girl."
Slay queen.
Yeah, which is whatever. You know, black hypocrisy. It's all around, not just black women. Black men be on that type of time too. But I will say that I feel like black women are the most vocal about dating outside of your race.
But when they do it, it's fine though. But that's what most
I
things though.
I also feel like because
It's cool when they do it. It's probably when I do it.
I feel like
Fuck 'em.
there's also a weird thing where they feel like if you date outside your race, you're also the type to talk down about black women, which I don't
That's
feel
not
like is
necessarily true.
I feel like that's
Niles
not
isn't
necessarily.
one of
Yeah,
those
it's a
people,
weird
no.
stereotype that I don't know where that stereotype came from because most of the niggas that I've seen talk down about black women are with a black woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm.
their dating past is literally like 90% black women.
And-
A lot of friendly fire.
Yeah, it's
Friendly fire.
for real.
Fuck.
And I feel like they be talking down to black women based off of personal experiences with
Experience,
their
yeah.
black woman.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, and then they generalize it, and then they be like, "We're not all like that," and you just saying that because it'll be those guys who be like, "Oh, the white girls are submissive, but they've never been with a white
With a
girl."
white-
but
yeah,
they just
that's
feel
true.
like because of all the issues that they've had in their dating life, that they'll feel like because this person doesn't look like anybody else I've dated, there's no way they can act like
And
that.
I know YouTube.
Bitches can be bitches of all
And I
races.
know YouTube is
Just like
that's
niggas
a fact. Talk
niggas
your
can be
shit, Rick.
niggas can be
Say it
niggas
one
of
more
all
time so I
races.
can clip it.
You shouldn't clip that. But,
But-
I'll say it again. Bitches can be bitches of all races. Niggas can be niggas of all races.
Facts. Talk
The
your
race doesn't make the person.
No, it
A
don't.
trash person is a trash
And
person.
I will say, I know YouTubers and TikTok couples ain't like actually legit couples all the time.
Not all the time.
But I will say, based off of the interracial relationships I've seen in those settings, the white girls are not submissive. They be beating the shit out them niggas. Like, you gonna let her hit you like that, buddy? You gotta leave. You can't let her hit you.
You gotta get
You
out of
can't,
there.
your ancestors got hit. Now you get.
You're wild. You're wild.
You can't get beat too, bro. I'm sorry, Niles.
But as of what you're willing to share with us,
You haven't
you
experienced
haven't
anything
experienced
like
any issues with being in a interracial relationship besides looks.
I haven't. I know she's been messaged a few times by some random people off the internet.
I feel like all right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that because
Like
she's
black people or white people?
just any
In general, yeah.
anybody.
Anybody who got the hate, and it hurts.
I feel like
Like
that.
they really not.
No,
you
that,
gotta
make,
get
that
too
makes
crazy.
more sense. I
Really?
was kind of scratch you about that.
You look, Rick, like this has been my plan for the past decade. It's time.
I'm poising the tip of my nails for this exact moment. But
crazy.
I feel like out of like the interracial relationships I've heard that
A
have
decade
had
plan
issues,
murder is
they're
crazy.
I feel like usually the people who have the issues approach the white person And
they're not
especially-
approaching me. Yeah.
Especially if
they're not approaching now.
especially
First
if
of
she's
all,
a woman.
yeah, they're not approaching.
Especially if the white person is a woman, I feel like they usually always approach them with the grievances. One, because they feel like the people who are on that type of time are usually the people who think black people are very violent and like ghetto and destructive, and so they're obviously not going to say the problem to the person who they think will like
beat them.
beat their ass. And then two,
Well, I would like to say Niles is the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
From knowing him for basically a decade, he's not.
and
He's one of the least violent people I know, unless you provoke him. Obviously.
yeah, and I feel like
Yeah,
I feel like the issue from the black side, if there's any family members with an issue, I feel like they won't go as far as to like do anything super duper wild. They'll say their displeasure, their disappointment, whatever. But at the end of the day, it'll be like it's your life, and they 9 times out of 10 don't not want to be a part of it because it's usually people in your family. I feel like that'd be on
That's
that.
the- well, that's
I feel
the
like
first
it's not
people that's
random.
gonna know.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Yeah.
not random. But I feel like even on like social media, I feel like not random black people is going to like message
Hop on your
Niles
bumper, no.
or like be in his comments and be like, "Why you with that white woman?" Like I feel like the only black people that have an issue with interracial marriage is the people in the family of the interracial bloodline.
I will say I don't have an issue with just that mixing the blood. That's crazy. Niggas like that.
Mud blood.
Niggas like that is crazy.
Crazy.
But I
Calling
will
all
say,
you light blights,
let's keep going because you started. Let's keep going.
light brights. I'm calling them all you mud bloods. I got white in me, so I can say these jokes.
We all do technically.
Ain't that a shame? Mine's is like
We're
mine's
not
is
purebreds.
like 2 generations out on both sides.
I don't know. I just assume
I've
I
said this
have
before.
some. Well, my last name is Lax. That's a white man somewhere.
Or Japanese Snorlax.
That's woo, woo, woo.
How did you put that out
Woo.
your ass?
So
Penlax, Snorlax. Steve
No,
Lax,
You're
Snorlax.
You're reaching crazy right now.
Steven Lax, Snorlax. Combination.
I mean, it makes sense, but you're reaching
That's it.
crazy.
I'm just throwing shit out.
he just racist. But,
It would
so-
be racist if I.
all right, so this has been another episode of R&P Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you ding that notification bell so you know every time we drop a video. Niles, thank you for coming, man.
What time?
Happy to be here, man. Happy to be here.
Oh, we had an hour 14.
Hour 14. It is over. Fuck. So this didn't go the way I expected. Niles, I apologize. Wait.
Happy to be here.
Why are you ignoring
Love
me?
it.
I have. Niles, can I say one more thing to
Yeah,
you?
go for it.
I got one more
Yeah.
thing to say. So I don't have a problem with interracial relationships.
Yeah.
This is the PNN podcast now. Appreciate you
Yes, sir.
for not being belligerent. So I don't have a problem with interracial relationships, but I will say when I necessarily see, I guess, any form of it, it slightly makes me uncomfortable only because of the history we have with white people. And it's
Okay.
hard to just like, I guess, fully ignore it. How do you hear that?
No, I'm ignoring it.
How do you feel about that? But is that something you don't really think about? Is it if you don't want to answer that question, that's
No,
perfectly fine
I
too,
can answer. I
but,
don't care.
like, how do you feel about that? The history with black people and white people, basically.
I would say it's part of my history, but it's not my history. If that makes any sense.
Mm.
I wasn't
Okay.
there for it. I wasn't part of it. I could acknowledge it.
Okay.
She can. Well, she was Polish, so she's not.
Technically, yeah,
so
yeah.
she's technically not. But
He's gonna say something crazy too.
Everybody else.
All the white people to
who was-
say.
who was part of it? You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
He do it.
Fuck.
As long as they have the same mindset,
Okay,
they acknowledge it. They're better than that. That's all
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
I respect that. And with that, we're gonna end this episode.
You
Shout
good?
out to our buddy Rick here.
I was excluded for the last like 10 minutes of it.
You're crazy. We hope you guys enjoyed. You want to do the outro?
We really hope you guys enjoyed episode 92 of the R&P podcast. You know, we're really close to that 100. We really appreciate Niles.
That's something special. We still working on it.
We are still trying to figure out all the
I have to
logistics.
talk to the people. I have to talk
Yeah,
to
you talk any of them. But we really appreciate Niles or Nylu. You can catch him on his Instagram. for coming
Links
out
in
here.
the description down below.
You can check out all of his
And
art.
his TikTok.
Yeah, you can check out all of his art, his TikTok. You know, his femboy personality really gets him all the views. And I really
Bitches love it. They
yeah,
do.
I
The
really,
bitches on
I really
TikTok love
appreciate
it.
him coming out here and just talking to us, even though we really didn't talk too much about him as a person. But he really kicked it with us, and I guess it was a witness to the bullshit. If you really like this episode, feel free to check out all of our other episodes on Spotify and your other streaming platforms, except Tidal, because Jay-Z's really holding out. It's really pissing me off. But we
And it's just 100,000. The difference, we want 250,000.
They call me a
He keeps
fanboy.
saying 150,000. It's
Yeah, they
just
call me a
100,000. And he like, I don't know. He act like he don't got it. That's what's pissing me off. It's just
If you
the difference is
come to my
100,000 is
Instagram, my
crazy, man.
TikToks.
But yeah, just feel free, if you like our other content, hit that notification bell so you know every time we drop.
I have a
And don't
Fiverr
forget to
account.
like and subscribe so you can
Check
catch
my
more
Patreon.
R&P content. Check out
Got an
Niles.
too.
You know, hire him to make your logo. He's talking shit because I called him a femboy, which I feel like is very accurate. And at the end of the day,
He's an old individual.
majestic
That's
creature.
what I know.
yeah, at the end of the day, what do we, Steve?
We love you guys.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Peace.
I wasn't being racist, I swear.
And that's a wrap.
They playing me now. I'm trying to get this little shit out the ground. I need some money to get me around, but money don't grow on no trees. Yeah, they wait on me now. Hey, if I had $1 for all of my sounds, then I need a money machine. Yeah, money don't grow on no trees. Yeah, I need a money machine. Yeah, money don't grow on no trees. Yeah,